All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 774 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And we're just going to talk about something a little different today. Not much as far as players or front office or, fans or anything. I want to talk about the facilities and this report card that came out about just all the teams, but Atlanta Falcons in general. It kind of gives you somewhat of a perspective of what's going on at Flowery Branch and the perception of this team and why things look like it's going to be changing. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be changes, but it makes you think how long stuff like this has been going on, where some players or just some teams felt like the culture just wasn't right. So we're going to talk about that and give my thoughts and opinions on this NFLPA report card, and we're just going to go from there. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, also on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. I appreciate everybody who's been watching and or listening to the show on Rumble. Look like we're growing over there pretty good. Also on the YouTube channel, a lot of you guys seem to like the midday videos I do. That's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna be doing more of those because I see like a lot of people like those videos and get a lot of feedback. So I really appreciate it. Also, if you want to follow me on X, is at VF Baller. The website is firstandframerates.com. If you want to support the show, CashApp is VF Baller 20, and the PayPal link is down in the description as well. So both of those are down there if you want to support the show. Let's go ahead and just get into this. Don't want to take up too many people's time. If you're looking at the screen, if you can see the show or like it is on Rumble, there's the grade for all of the Falcons categories that was on the NFLPA report card. And for the most part, there's some good things, maybe 3, 4, but out of all of the other ones, they don't look really good. And it's kind of, I don't say it's embarrassing, but it just, as a fan, it makes you think about things a little different, but I like how things are going. I'm going to read this article that's on the Falcoholic, which I found pretty interesting. I'm going to go through it, and I'm just going to comment as I go. So apparently this report card is the second, is 2 years going strong. Last year, it started off and the Falcons was ranked 23rd out of 32 teams. This year, I think we are 24th, or I'm sorry, we're 25th out of 32 NFL teams. Now, so what's been going on the last 2 years? Arthur Smith was there, Terry Fontenot was there, Rich McKay, those guys are there. But I mean, does that really, is that really an indictment on on them, or is it a problem just how the facility is set up? I mean, what about the staff? I mean, what do we have going on here? What about the like I said, the facilities and the resources that some of these places have at Flowery Branch? I mean, what is going on here? So basically, the overview, it says that the Falcons rank nearly at the bottom of in several categories. The good news is that they have already started to make some major upgrades in their training facility. They are set to upgrade the weight room, the locker room, and cafeteria, all areas that players called out as needing improvements, which should result in ratings improvement once complete. The number one issue that the players felt needed improvement at the time of the survey was the head strength coach, who was no longer with the club. So I guess the head strength and conditioning coach was a problem. He received the lowest grade of any strength coach. The players described a negative culture in the weight room, though it is important to note that the respondents made it a point to say that the assistant strength coach are great. So whoever was the top guy in strength and conditioning, he wasn't cool. Apparently he was doing something wrong. That's kind of wild. It was interesting to see that former head coach Arthur Smith received a C+ for grade for 30th in the league, good for 30th in the league. Only 67% of Falcons players felt that he was efficient with their time. With that being said, though, players did feel that team owner blank owner Arthur Blank was doing a good job as he received a rating of 9.1 out of 10 from the Falcons players when considering his willingness to invest in the facilities, ninth best in the league. Now, this is the thing. Arthur Blank has been a phenomenal owner of the team. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, if you look at everything he's been, I mean, he's been here since what, 2002, 2003, I can't remember, or probably even before then. But the 20 plus years he's been here, I mean, he's done nothing but great things. I mean, even though the Falcons have not had the best success, but overall, when you look at what they've done, they've tried. You know, and Arthur Blank put this team in a position to try. Even the Joey Harrington, Bobby Petrino years, the Falcons were trying to do something great. There's not a team that actually tried to tank or a team that was just trying to just get by. Or I mean, that's what makes it so heartbreaking for the Falcons, that you can see them doing the best they can to be a one of the top tier teams in the league, but it was just Falcon, you know. You know what I mean? That was the thing that a lot of people would say. The Falcons found a way to blow a lead, you know, the Super Bowl situation, NFC championships. I mean, they drafted pretty well overall. I mean, you end up getting Matt Ryan, and you were on your way. You know, a couple things go your way. The Falcons could have won maybe 2 Super Bowls. I mean, let's be honest. But the Falcons did what they did. But it's not because of the ownership. He tried to do the best he could. Now, what is an indictment on everything else? You look at the screen, treatment of families. Did I say treatment of families? Okay, I don't know what that means. I mean, what, the players come in and be like, their family don't feel wanted or whatever, or they push the kids to the side when there's family day or something at Florida. That's weird. Food and cafeteria, not the best. C. Nutrition. Now, this is weird. How the food and cafeteria can be C, but the nutritionist and dietitian could be an A. That's kind of weird. Locker room is an F. Wow. Training room is a B plus. Training staff is an A. Weight room and strength and coaches. Now, this is the big problem, right? Weight room, strength and coaches. Something was going on in the weight room that was horrendous. I don't know what it was. I would love to be a fly on the wall to find out what that was, but yeah, something about that was just not hitting on. So between the locker room, weight room, and strength, something was going on in that area where it turned off a lot of players. You know, Bijan Robinson was the first one to say that he was happy that Raheem Morris was coming to the team. So that was somewhat of a change that kind of let the cat out the bag a little bit to let you know what was what. Team travel was C, and head coach was C plus. It's weird that he's a C plus, but still was 30th out of 32. That just goes to show you how people value the coaches. That they put them on a high scale. You know, that's interesting. And ownership was obviously A minus. So you look at the ownership, training staff, dietitian in the training room, looked like they was good to go, but something between the locker room, the weight room, and the strength and conditioning coaches, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's just like wild. And you know, so that's crazy. So looking at the rest of this, I think that okay. So, at the end of the article, it says overall it's not great to see that the team has slipped further in the rankings, but they have a plan to upgrade facilities and both a new head coach and new strength and conditioning coach, meaning that they have addressed the most major concerns from this report. Let's just hope that potential free agents recognize this when they read this. I don't think this is really going to be a problem to bring free agents here. If you saw the last couple of years, it seemed like that Terry Fontenot and them did a pretty good job of bringing guys in. I mean, you look at a Jesse Bates, you look at, Calais Campbell, and Mac Hollins, Jonnu Smith. I mean, Jeff Okuda. As far as free agents go, they were able to bring some pretty decent guys here. The main thing is, you know what the problem was. You know, we had an issue with the quarterback and the coach. You know, I mean, that's basically what it was. I mean, everything else on the team was pretty much on point. You know, so I don't think that's going to be an issue going forward. And if they're going to, build up the facilities and get the right personnel in here, the only way to go is up. The only way to go is up. I mean, we talked about all this free agent stuff, all these players coming in, the draft, what that's going to be like. But like I said, the only way you can go is up. So I'm going to leave a link down in the description so you can look at this article, and they actually have the grades and everything like I have on the screen, and you can look at it for yourself. I feel like it's fair, and it kind of makes sense when you look at, how the way this team was moving. Yeah, it makes sense. Everybody loves Arthur Smith. Not too many people. I'm sorry. Everybody loves Arthur Blank. Not too many people love Arthur Smith. I mean, the weight room, the locker room, I don't know what's going on there, but that's crazy. And we'll just see how it all plays out. So if you like this commentary, the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to get up out of here. I just found this very interesting. And yeah, I think this is going to be, I'm curious to see how this changes for the following year. So we'll keep an eye on it and definitely talk about it when that time comes. All right, y'all. Y'all can find me all over the websites, Google, Apple, Spotify, Rumble, YouTube. I'm all over the place. Also, I am on X at VF Baller. The website is firstandframerates.com. If you want to donate, Cash App and PayPal links are below. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.